Interested in sewing doll clothes? In this tutorial, I will show you how to make American Girl doll clothes out of socks. First of all, we will make tights and then a hoodie and a beanie. And all you need for this is a pair of high-knee socks. These clothes will fit any 18-inch doll. Let me show you the process step by step so you too can make awesome fall outfit for your doll out of socks. Hi, I am Olga from hberry.com. If you're enjoying the content so far, hit the subscribe button below so you will be notified about new videos every week. I hope you find them useful and informative. When my daughters were small, I often needed to make new things for their dolls as fast as I could. You see, dolls cannot wear the same outfit every day. And regular socks always came to the rescue. I could easily make a whole new wardrobe, from tights to a fashionable sweater. American Girl clothes are not cheap, and outfit and accessories can really add up very quickly. But homemade American Girl doll clothes are very easy and fast to make, and they cost next to nothing. And if you will be sewing doll clothes with your daughter, so much the better. What you will need: pair of women's socks, serger thread, piece of decorative elastic, and regular sewing notions. The outfit is showing the capabilities of a serger in a unique way. There is not much sewing to do, but the features of the knit fabric make it almost impossible to do it with a regular sewing machine. If you do not have a serger, you may be interested in my article Serger Buying Guide. I will put the link under this video in the description. What are the best socks for making American doll clothes? I used knitted women's size knee-high socks that are very stretchy. But men dress socks can also be used. I prefer women's socks because they are more colorful. And the doll will not mind if your sock is polyester. The doll doesn't sweat, so you can really choose the socks based on color rather than wearability. I found very few socks I could wear, but plenty that are good for doll clothes. But no compression socks, even they are knee-high. I think they are too small for the doll and we want to dress her comfortably. Let's start with the doll tights. Pull one sock onto the doll so that the top of the sock reaches the doll's waist and the heel of the sock is right on the back. Don't stretch the sock a lot. Try to put on the doll as much of the sock as you can, but without any folds or gathers. Leave the sock on the doll for half an hour to allow it to relax. During this time, you can prepare your serger and threads. After the sock was on the doll for some time, mark where you should cut the sock for the bottom of the foot. Mark also crotch level using a pin. Or if you have socks with stripes, as I do, just remember the stripes that go to the crotch. I think so that this is a case of do what she says, not what she does, because it's definitely better to actually mark the material. And take the sock out after that. Next step, fold the sock so the heel is in the back and the front folded line is right in the middle. You see? Cut the bottom of the sock and cut the top two part of the sock along the front folded line until you reach the pin or other mark you made. Make the cut a little bit wide at the crotch area. Cut a very small line, 1/8 of an inch left and 1/8 of an inch right. Then cut the extra material left in the middle. Pin the part of the socks, preparing them for stitching. Each side will become one leg of the tights. cut the curve line for the feet as you see here. Both sides need to be cut symmetrically. The tights cut like this will completely dress the doll's feet. Prepare your serger if you didn't do it before. Change the needles, thread the serger, thread with matching the sock color threads. Use 4 thread 2 needle regular serger stitch and put stitch widths to about 1/4 inch. Try the stitch on scrap pieces of sock first. For this project, if you have a machine with differential fit, it's good to put the differential fit setting a little higher. Normally it is 1. Put it to 1.5 so the seam doesn't stretch. Why use a serger? This serger stitch is perfect for stretchy knit fabric of the sock. It has 2 rows of straight stitches, so they will make the seam strong and durable, and the serger will overcast the raw fabric edges at the same time. Stitch the sock. You will need to make only 1 stitch this time, starting at the bottom of one leg, going around to the crotch and ending at the bottom of the other leg. Turn the tights right side out and put them on the doll. And the tights are done. We will now use the pair of the sock used in making the tights to make the hoodie and the beanie. We will cut the sock in 3, and this image shows it. Top part of the sock with one finished edge from the factory goes for sleeves. The top part we will cut at the sides too. We need 2 sleeves. The toe end of the sock goes for the beanie, and the middle of the sock goes for the bodice. Cut 2 holes for inserting the sleeves somewhere in the middle. You need to cut the holes for the sleeves at this point, even if the sleeves are not ready yet, because if you decide to try the hoodie on the doll, you cannot do it without these holes. The image shows all final cut pieces. The sock is not symmetrical, so the part with the heel will be the upper part of the hoodie because it has the heel. The hood is formed by the heel of the sock. When you cut along the stripes, if possible, in a single layer. Don't cut through both layers because it will be very difficult, if not impossible, to cut straight both layers. Knitted socks stretch and shift. When cut into 3 pieces, the sock forms a bodice with a hood, sleeves and a beanie. You will notice that I made a slanted cut on the 2 pieces that will become the sleeves. This is necessary because the sleeves will attach to the body of the hoodie at the angle, not at 90 degrees. The angle is not really important. I estimate about 30 degrees. Now I'm finishing fraying edges. The serger here is irreplaceable. The knife allows to have a neat cut. Very difficult to make this on a regular sewing machine. Do not cut a lot of the fabric with the serger knife at this point, just enough to straighten the material. Normally I would use the free arm to sew the edges of the tube, but here the sock is so small, so a free arm would probably not help. Finish all edges. I use a 4 thread 2 needle regular serger stitch, 1/4 inch wide. Next step, sewing sleeves. The sleeves need to be made tubes first, and we do that again with the serger. So on the wrong side, of course, fold right side to right side, and again cut as little from the material as possible when you serge. We have to sew sleeves to the bodies by hand sewing in this case. I couldn't use serger because it's too small. This is where the angle cut I mentioned before comes in. The fabric is very flexible and forgiving, so. All sewing here will be done on the wrong side. Now I am going to sew decorative elastic over edges. I apply the elastic both at the top and the bottom of the hoodie. My elastic is double-sided, it completely covers the edge of the fabric. I used a zigzag stitch of a regular sewing machine, in this case, to attach the elastic. And now let's make a beanie. This is the easiest step, nothing to do really. I didn't bind the beanie, I just left it with the serger over casting stitches. They look very good to me and perform the exact function I expected. If you want to, you can sew or apply manual embellishments to the beanie. I chose not to. The sock was colorful enough and the doll looks very good without. Besides, small items may become loose and become choking hazards for small kids, so better be careful. Now I have to hide and secure the thread tails from the sleeves. We need to finish the sleeves nicely and also prevent unraveling. You cannot just cut the thread tails here because the stitch can unravel and it just doesn't look nice. You have to secure the ends of stitches. I'm manually making knots using the leftover threads. However, you can use any method to secure the thread tails. Perhaps use a needle and sew and knot the tails that way. I think it's easier to simply unravel the loose thread stitch and manually tie the tails. And now the hoodie and the beanie are ready. Put it on the doll. Start with the hoodie. Put it from the bottom, not through the head. The fit of the outfit will vary depending on the amount of stretch available. I think it looks very cute and possibilities are endless because we always have so much choice with sock design. And using the same procedure with a different pair of socks will give a completely different outfit.